What's up, folks? I'm Strident, and I'm here with another review. I am working on the music in video games or fighting games then and now, so that will be on the way. But the other day, I was at Walgreens, and I found The Pursuit of Cobra General Hawk. Now, like I told you guys a long time ago, when I started restarted collecting G.I. Joes, General Hawk, Rise of Cobra was my jump-on point. And I really dug what that movie did with General Hawk in terms of who they chose, the look, and kind of the style they were going for. You know, like back in the day, he was this hardened, battle-hardened general. But then as he got older, he's still, tough. He can still pick up a gun and handle his business, but now he's kind of passing the torch to younger soldiers. And I like the whole, secret agent, almost Nick Fury-ish look in the Pursuit of Cobra line, which is a continuation of Rise of Cobra, which if you like G.I. Joes, you guys know this already. They took him back to his roots, and I dig that. I mean, you can tell just by looking at all this that he is wearing, more traditional, military garb. And it's really cool to see that, Personally, since we know that G.I. Joe is more sci-fi with a touch of military, I'm not a stickler for my Joes looking like Call of Duty rejects, but I do like it when they kind of sprinkle that in the mix, because if you look at his gear, it's a little futuristic as far as his padding goes and the armor and, on his thighs and on his knees. And, to some degree, it's real world with a touch of fantasy, and I dig that. I mean, it's more real world than anything else, but, I still dig the design. I have him standing next to the two Rise of Cobra versions of General Hawk. There was another one that was an exclusive that came in a boxed set. I can't remember what outpost it was, but I never saw that thing in the store, so I kind of wrote it off. So I'm not going to talk about that one much. But it was pretty much the same as the Hawk on my right, which I guess would be their left. The one in the with the short sleeve shirt. It was the same figure with green pants. Anyway, we are going to get these guys out of here, and we're going to focus on the Pursuit of Cobra, General Hawk. I dig this figure because of the sheer amount of stuff that they managed to put on him. And I'm going to go through and show you all of his gear. You see his gun. It's a nice gun, right? It's the heavy rifle. And it's the same heavy rifle that the Rise of Cobra General Hawk came with. See how they did that? Smart, right? There's a couple other things, too. He's got the pistol, side-mounted pistol, right? Side-mounted pistol. Holy shit. See it? Make sure that's clear for you. He's also got the, shoulder harness, pistol. Shoulder harness pistol. That one was also present on the, the 25th anniversary General Hawk. And another strange thing, I would bring the 25th anniversary General Hawk out, but I kind of have him in a bind, so, he's in the middle of something. My son and I have him kind of bound up because he got caught. But anyway, if you look at this head, this is one of the things I dig about this figure. I always put stick tack on their heads so that the helmets stay on. But you look at this head sculpt, it is, wow, my camera sometimes really sucks. It is the 25th anniversary General Hawk, which is pretty cool. So you got the old school General Hawk head on a new school body. It's equal parts Duke and I think Recondo, the Pursuit of Cobra Recondo. But, cool. Anyway, cool backpack. The walkie-talkie up here is removable. I glued it in because that shit just kept falling off. much like Snake Eyes, Pursuit of Cobra Snake Eyes. I want to say version 2, the Ultimate Snake Eyes, as we like to call him, with the little things hanging down in front, the straps. His knife, which is optional for his web gear, it would fall off for me, so I took that off. The goggles are removable. I glued them on because I see no reason to take them off, because the helmet makes the goggles strap so wide that you can't take the goggles off and put them on the figure and then put the goggles on. So I've never understood why they do that. I guess they do it so that, you know, people who just geek out at accessory count will fucking cream in their pants and be like, oh my god, and then, you know, they have some extra shit. For me, form follows function. I'm going to play with this toy. I want all his shit to stay on him. What else? Oh, came with this cool case. The case is awesome because it houses a couple things. Also, he came with a MP5 or HK5. I think this is an MP5. It's smaller. So the case was actually the weak point, and I had to fix it. I'm still in the process of fixing it. As you can see, all that wear and shit from me struggling to like find something to stick to it. So I just keep it facing this way so that you can't see it. But originally, it had this weird, this plastic piece that held the two parts together. And that plastic piece was actually really hard. So it would force this thing to stay open, and then you couldn't close it. You know what I mean? You couldn't leave it closed. But what I did was I cut that piece off, and I put tape in there for now. I'm going to put some material on it to make it a different color. But that way it will look more like the rest of the actual case. But as you can see, the case houses another machine gun, another MP5. Also, it houses a little pop-up computer screen or terminal so that Hawk can, you know, be in the field and either communicate or, I don't know, control guided missile launches and, I don't know, you know, relay information. He can still be very much the general while he's in the middle of, you know, battle. Now, what I'm going to do with this, though, is use it for Breaker, because Breaker needs some shit that he can carry around that has a computer in it that actually looks tactical as opposed to running around with a fucking laptop, you know? So that's going to freaking Breaker. But as you can see, this figure is well sculpted, lots of detail throughout, and those are the pros, right? The first con, like I said, this falls off, so I glued it on, as you can see. The helmet, goggles on the helmet, they fall off, and they really don't serve a purpose other than to just say I can take them off, so I glued them on. The case had this shitty piece of plastic holding it together, and that fucked things up. So I cut that off and put something else on. So if you get it, either you're going to have to heat it, or you're going to have problems shutting it. Second thing, a lot of the Pursuit of Cobra figures, like, hold on for a second, I'm going to use a visual aid for this so that you guys understand where I'm coming from. You don't just say, he's crazy, he's being too hard on this figure, because I love it, it's awesome. No, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about first, because I hate this when it comes to figures, and I hate having this conversation with people that kind of are blind to these facts. Alright. This, I'm going to pull in a Cobra Viper. Or, I'm sorry, Cobra Trooper, not a Viper. Now, the Cobra Troopers, I gave my Cobra Troopers a weapon set from Marauders. So I got them with old school, like AKs and things like that. You know, it's mostly like Russian and German weapons. So look at his hand. They have that joint that allows them to hold their gun on an angle. You see that? So when you're making them do things, so when you make them do stuff, you see this? Ooh, did I just break that? Okay, look, see that? So we can hold it like this, or we can hold it like this. And it's regardless of how you face his arm. Look at his arm. I want you to notice that it's not the arm that's doing it, it's the hand. So you see that? So when you want him to actually hold his gun properly, chamber his gun like a professional, you know, because these guys are soldiers. You know, a lot of you guys buy Joes and you don't give a shit that the Joe can't even hold his fucking gun. And I hear people review a Joe figure or Marvel Legends that carry guns, and then you don't say anything when they can't do this. You see, that's how you hold a gun. Now, the issue I have with old General Hawk over here is that they omitted that same joint in his hands. Instead, he has the Cobra Trooper, the 30th anniversary Cobra Trooper hands. So he can't chamber his gun properly. You really have to work. And if you want to replace his hands, wow. Maybe this one will show you. You can't replace it the old school way because he has that instead of the peg being in the glove. So no hidden joints, and he can hold, when he holds his gun, because he has these funky hands, you have to really work to get him to hold the gun the right way. I'm showing you this in front of the camera so you can see that I'm doing this in real time. You saw how easily I did that with the Cobra Trooper 30th anniversary with the extra joint. Now I'm going to show you how difficult it is with this figure. So you see how long that took, and it's not even accurate. I mean, look, this guy, you can get him to, you just twist his hand a little. Wow, everything's coming off. You twist his hand just a little bit, cup the gun, there you go. See the difference? You can even go one step further, which I like to do a lot with my Joes because I'm a dork like that, and because I grew up watching a lot of military stuff, so I figure, you know, when I play with my Joes, I'm going to make them that much more authentic in how they do things. I like that about Joes. It's probably the main reason why I even started collecting Joes, but look at that. You can get the gun to sit a little bit closer to his face, so it looks like he's actually aiming the damn gun. Not like Hawk, who's looking at the gun. You see what I'm saying? And this bothers me because, you know, it's the fucking 30th anniversary figure. Now, the way you can fix it is you could remove those hands and put them from the elbow down. You could remove the hands and give him from here, pop that out and give him, like, you know, the other hands, like these. God, is everyone going to be difficult today? You give him these kind of hands. Because as you notice, this Hawk can actually do what I'm talking about. I mean, it's real easy, too. You just pop his hands up, and there you go. He's looking down the barrel like he wants to kill something. He's ready. You know? Hands are set up perfectly. I mean, look at that. Even better than the Viper. You see that? Like he's really looking down the barrel. So that's one of those things that I wish that they did better here so that you could see, you know, so that he'd look more professional when doing what he's supposed to do. That's how you hold your gun. Not that. And for a Joe, that's sad. And considering that the Rise of Cobra didn't even have the extra joint, yet those arms could do this, that's kind of sad that we don't have that with this, more detailed looking, update to the figure. So for that, I give it low marks. I can't give it a perfect score, because a lot of people just said, oh, it's awesome, you need to buy it, etc., etc. And I think that's bullshit. It's a cop-out, because you didn't even tell us that some of the simple things we would want to do as far as posing the figure, we can't do. So for that, I can't give this figure extremely high marks. But I will say that as far as versions of General Hawk go, it's not a bad version. Not bad at all. It's not the best version, I can tell you that much. It's cool in terms of gear. So if you're one of those people that mod your figures a lot and, you do a lot of customizing and stuff, get it. You might have fun with that. You know what I'm saying? Get it, customize the figure, make him look, use those parts for something else. I mean, he could be used to make your own, I don't know, say you like Battle LA, you could make all those guys. You make your custom Aaron Eckhart figure from Battle LA or something. I don't know, but it is a nice figure. Don't get me wrong. They did a good job. They really did a good job. Anyway, I am Strident, and this has been a review of the Pursuit of Cobra General Hawk, Clayton Hawk Abernathy. And I guess that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I will catch you at the next review. All right? Peace, people.